What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new video. Today is August 6th. Yes, we are recording on a Thursday after hours. This is going to be posted on August 7th, so I'm just recording a day in advance. But if we scroll down right here, we can see stocks rise for a fifth straight day, led by tech and the NASDAQ. And I couldn't agree more. It has just been a very positive week. I haven't had a week like this, I think, back since May. On the week, you can see we're already up $60, which is 3%. If we zoom out a little bit to the 3-month right here, we can see right back at the end of May to June I was talking about, I had finally reached my all-time high of around 1881 in portfolio value. Today we are at 1860, so we're just about $20 off. So overall, this week for the portfolio at least has been very volatile and very crazy to watch. As you can imagine, since it's only been green all week, I haven't been doing much buying this week. So before we get into the video, just a little portfolio update. We sold my position in Ford and I used the money to reallocate into some other stocks. We bought a little bit into SPHD, a little bit more in JP Morgan in the beginning of the week, and that was it for my purchases. But looking back on the week, there's been a ton of news and lots of reasons why the market is so up for the week. Alright, so our first bit of news, guys, is going to be Warren Buffett has been plowing money into banks, specifically Bank of America, ticker symbol BAC. Specifically, he has been plowing $2.1 billion. Now, a couple videos ago, we did mention that he was acquiring shares in the energy sector, specifically Dominion Energy. But this time he has turned around to the financial sector and he is picking up Bank of America shares. With these past 12 days of continuous buying, Warren Buffett now owns almost 12% of the entire company. Now that is a big stake, and as we know throughout the whole downturn we're currently in, banks haven't had the best recovery in comparison to maybe tech or the NASDAQ as a whole. But to shed some light on this, we're going to be looking at an interview by Yahoo Finance. This video was published on May 3rd, and we're just going to see a little bit of insight onto Warren Buffett's opinion on the banks currently as we're in the COVID-19 downturn.
But banks are, in the end, institutions that operate with significant amounts of other people's money. And if problems become severe enough in an economy, even strong banks can be under a lot of stress, and we'll be very glad we've got the Federal Reserve System standing behind them. I don't see special problems in the banking industry now. I could think of possibilities, and Jamie Dimon referred to this a little bit in the JP Morgan report. You can dream of scenarios that puts a lot of strain on banks, and they're not totally impossible, and that's why we have a Fed. And I think overall the banking system is not going to be the problem. But I wouldn't say that with 100% certainty, because there are certain possibilities that exist in this world where banks could have problems. They're going to have problems with energy loans. They're going to have problems. They're going to have extra problems with consumer credit. They're going to have, they're in, but they know it, and they're well reserved. Well, they're well capitalized for it. They were reserve building in the first quarter, and they may need to build more reserves, but they are not a primary worry of mine at all. We own a lot of banks, or we own a lot of bank stocks.
So you've heard it first from our boy Warren Buffett. He is not worried about the banks at all. He is believing that they are well capitalized, and he is pumping more money into his shares of Bank of America and expects them to come out very strong throughout the downturn. Looking today on Bank of America, they are up just 0.3%. So it's not a super huge gain, but if we look at the week, we can see they're kind of doing pretty well. They're up 1.9%. So if we zoom out a little bit more, we can see that Bank of America topped off at $34, $35 right before the downturn. So currently trading at $25. We are a ways off from our highs. If you're asking me personally, Bank of America is a good deal. They do pay a very good dividend. For $25, you're going to be receiving 72 cents annually at a dividend yield of 2.84%, which is quarterly 18 pennies. This is not a massive dividend, but if you're buying $2.1 billion worth of like Warren Buffett, that's an insane amount in dividends. But even for the little guys like us, this is still a great dividend stock with a great payout ratio of 46%. For me personally, I do not own this stock, but seeing Warren Buffett give it attention, maybe I'll pick up a share or two But for me, most of my money in the financial sector, I want to be more in JP Morgan. I trust more of their business model, and I prefer just JP Morgan in general. Next, one of the big pieces of news is Microsoft trying to buy the US operations of TikTok. Experts are estimating this could cost between $10 billion to $30 billion, but to Microsoft, this is pocket change. If TikTok was to somehow fall under, such as Vine, and maybe Microsoft would have to take a loss, just like Twitter did, losing $30 billion is a lot of money, but it's not a super big amount to Microsoft. This in gross profit alone, not accounting all your operation expenses, employees, research and development, Microsoft generated $96 billion in just profit. So if TikTok was to somehow fall under, I don't think it would strain Microsoft for the long run. I think they have capabilities and they're well diversified in their business model in order to bring back that 30 billion. But some risk to this, obviously this is a Chinese owned company. Obviously Chinese laws are going to be different compared to American laws. So there's been lots of reports of how TikTok uses the data and accesses other apps and information on your phone. So obviously this serves as a national security risk. Many politicians were on favor of banning TikTok, including our boy Donald Trump. TikTok is currently banned in India, so it's not such a far-fetched idea. But Trump had a meeting with Microsoft and agreed within 45 days if Microsoft could purchase TikTok, it would not be banned. So with Microsoft stepping into the game of social media, we can see their shares are currently up 1.6%. On the week, it is currently up 5%, which is a massive gain, especially since I do own a share of Microsoft. The third piece of news is we have Disney. Disney's earnings report had been released earlier this week, and the numbers were not nice. The company took a $3.5 billion hit in operating income, mainly from their parks being closed. So this is actually a very big hit to the company, especially since the theme parks are majority of their income source. But investors did not mind that. This was kind of already priced into Disney. I feel like investors were already expecting this to happen in the quarter's earnings release. In that earnings report, it was reported that Disney now has 100 million paid subscribers across its streaming offerings. Here on Disney.com, we can see their streaming services are ESPN+, Disney+, the National Hockey League, and BAMTech. So obviously the bulk of all the subscribers are going to be on Disney+. So from a quick Google search, we can see that Disney's next biggest competitor, which is Netflix, currently has 182.8 million subscribers. So this is actually only 82 million subscribers off. So Disney is right behind, and I think this puts Disney at the forefront of streaming and makes them a streaming giant at the moment. And I have no doubt that Disney Plus could even catch up or maybe even surpass Netflix. So some more good news came out of this. The live action film Mulan is coming to the platform for $30 in the US starting September 4th. And since Disney does now own Fox, CEO Chapek did announce that they are launching a new entertainment streaming service under the Star brand from Fox. So while Disney revenues are down, they are making big plays in the streaming world. Up today, they are up 2.5%. On the week, they are up 13%. This is when the big news happened, and this was a tremendous jump. Right now, sitting at 130, I would believe Disney is at fair value. I wouldn't say it's undervalued anymore, because if you're looking at it from 10 to 15 years and you see streaming just booming, Disney Plus booming, and their theme parks are open and bringing in lots of revenue, right now is probably fair value. And Disney could honestly have potential to reach upwards of maybe close to 300. This isn't actually current news, but this is news that is very influential in the market prices right now. This is Apple announcing its 5th stock split, which is going to be a 4-to-1. Currently trading at $457. The stock would be split by 4s. So if you own 1 share of Apple, you'll be receiving 4 shares of Apple. And same can be said for the dividend. The dividend gets divided by 4 also per share. But this weight and the hype around the split has been unreal. Today it's up almost 3.5%. On the week it's up 11% also. And if we zoom out, Apple has been unbothered. Peaking in February at $324. It has by far surpassed that and have grown to $457. So this is going to be the 3rd video in a row, and I've been saying this all the way back since May. But I was saying that AMD was supposed to hit $80 by the end of the year. Currently, it has hit the mark at $86. I'll admit, it's a lot sooner than I expected. But 2 videos ago, I did say that I could see AMD even hitting $100 by maybe next summer. So I'm still holding that true. I think AMD could be approaching $100 very soon and could probably hit it honestly now maybe within 2 to 3 months post launch of the new consoles and the Ryzen 4. If we're looking at the month, it has just grown tremendously, banking at around 53 bucks. So we're going to continue to keep an eye on AMD and keep on playing and hoping that my predictions keep coming true. But that's going to be the video, guys. Again, we're here recording on August 6th. Tomorrow is August 7th, which is a Friday. So we still have one more day in the stock market trading week. Honestly, going into tomorrow, so you'll be seeing this the day of Friday when trading has already been going on. But I honestly don't know if it's going to be green or red. Part of me wants to believe that investors are going to keep this streak up and we're going to be seeing a 6th day of gains. But I was on Reddit and a lot of investors are just kind of feeling it out like we got to see some pullback. This can't keep going up for too much longer. Either way, I have not been buying a whole lot this week, just been riding the wave up, and as soon as we see some dips, I plan on buying. So that's going to be the video, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed and learned something new about our boy Warren Buffett and all the news going on in the stock market world. Leave a comment down below, leave a like, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Alright guys, so it is still August 6th. It is currently 7 p.m. I was just editing and my roommate ran in and told me that Trump had just executed an executive order banning TikTok from operating in 45 days if it is not sold to an American company. So this puts enormous stress, obviously, on the TikTok parent company and Microsoft in order to try to work out a deal. Microsoft is still in talks to buy TikTok, so that has not changed. Just that if TikTok is not bought, it is going to be banned in 45 days. So obviously, like I said, this video is going to be posted on Friday, August 7th, so I don't know how the markets are going to react. I guess we'll only have to wait and see, but that is going to be the video, guys. I really hope you guys did enjoy, and leave a like, leave a comment down below, please subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.